Okay, so this power hour, it's a special one. It's to take the Homepreneur 2 bundle and figure out ways to make money from it. So first off, I wanted to talk to you about your mindset when you purchase a bundle. My mindset comes from a very accounting perspective. I look at the bundle price and I say, okay, I'm going to pay $27 for this bundle because I got the early bird discount, right? So in order for me to break even, I have to make $27 somewhere, either on my website, in my Etsy store, somewhere. So I always take that and I keep that in mind, that I want to not only break even, but I want to make a profit. So I double that in my head. So I round it up. So $27 now becomes $30. So I want to make $60 from something I produce from this bundle. Or I want to generate enough leads that purchase $60 worth of my products from this bundle. Make sense? Okay, so that's my mindset. Excuse me, still have my cough. So let me show y'all what I'm going to share my screen. What I do when I get a bundle. So during the event, they gave out daily swag bags. So I created a folder that said daily swag bags, and I put them all in the days that were appropriate. That way I could get to them easy and I knew where they were. I could see what they were. And then when I actually got the bundle, I downloaded it. And what I did is I downloaded everything, and then I came back and I put it in categories so that I could easily see what it was. So then from there, I decided, okay, what's going to make me money quickly? I have an Etsy store and I have a website. So I need traffic, right? So the first thing I want to do is I want to pick 3 things out of here that I can generate traffic from and put on my Etsy store right away. And I try to do that within the first week of getting the bundle. Then I can go back and play with the bundle and make products and stuff like that later on. So out of this is what I came up with to use. I picked this one here. It's the opt-in templates. And it comes with 5 opt-in templates. Let's see if I can make this bigger. Is that easier to see? Okay, so there's a notes, a to-do list, a habit tracker, a meal planner, and a weekly to-do list. These make good lead magnets. And they also make good one-page printables on Etsy. With Christmas coming up, there are a lot of people that are going to buy, and especially with, I don't know what country you are from, but I'm in the United States, and in US we have a supply shortage. And the big thing on the news is that Christmas presents aren't going to arrive in time. So a lot of people are going to shop digitally. A digital download, they can print it themselves. These make good stocking stuffers. So this kills 2 birds with 1 stone. So I would take these and I would change them. I would keep the core of these. Like if I took this, I would come in and I would format the background, and it has a picture fill. So I would probably change that picture to something on my computer. Now, in this swag bag, we had some, Was it day 2? No, maybe it was day 3. Well, I have them down here, so let's just see. Okay, this was in the swag bag. It was called Tales from the Road, Land, Sea, Air. Back if I go back. It's the texture paper frames in the swag bag. Of course, when you're on Zoom, your phone rings. And I would probably pick something out of here, like this one maybe. It's not letting me do this. Okay, so let's, from a file. Okay, and then I'd come over to the transparency and I'd make this maybe about 70. And then I'd get rid of, I mean, they're cute. But I'm just going to make this a minimalist to-do list. And I would change the font. And you can pick anything. Just downloaded a font I really liked. It was Moon something. Maybe it was Moonlight. That wasn't it, but you get the idea. I mean, you could make it a script font. To me, a script font on a minimalist to-do list doesn't make sense. It needs to be minimalist, like things just blocky and simple. So this one wouldn't work, but you get the idea. So you could put this as a lead magnet, as a freebie in your blog post, or you can simply sell it on Etsy. You can list it for $1.25. That takes care of your Etsy fees. You make about $1 for every one that you sell, which is not bad. Do 3 or 4 of them. Do a bundle in Etsy. People like bundles, especially at Christmas time. Your goal is to get everything up and listed before Black Friday. So you still have a couple of weeks. But my goal is I have been putting one thing in my Etsy shop every day. Okay. The next thing I liked was this one. It's the template planner, the planner templates from Sue. And the reason why I liked it was it had a whole bunch of different designs. I mean, you had a habit tracker, notes, holidays and important dates. You have a good variety. I would pick 5 or 6 of these and do what I just did. Change the background, change the fonts, list it on Etsy, put it on my blog as a giveaway. And when you put it on your blog as a giveaway, you want to make sure that it leads them back to your shop, whether it's your Etsy shop or your website shop, so that they can buy more. But this is a really good set here because you get a good variation that you could make hundreds of planners and journals out of this. Okay, the next one I liked was this one. You want to talk about what's selling right now on Etsy? Games. I mean, anything that has to do with the holidays and games, especially for kids, because half the country is homeschooling, half the country's in class, and the ones that are in class, they're a year and a half behind. So parents are bombarding them with things that will stimulate the educational process to reinforce what they're learning at school, but trying to play catch up. And math games, math printables, any kind of game that if you tell a child it's a game instead of homework, they'll do it. So I really liked this one because this one was from the Sudoku pack in the bundle. You could easily repurpose this and put it on Etsy, and it's going to sell. What I would do is I would take all the answer sheets and I would shrink them down. And I would put 4 to a page. Okay, I would put 4 to a page, and then I would move my puzzles up, and I would come in and I would change the font from easy, and I would probably give it a title. I would use some fun, if you're a member of Creative Fabrica, type in Christmas fonts and get some fun ones that have jingle bells and the candy canes and all that, the snow. Use those fonts, and then put like Let It Snow or Jingle Bells, or name your puzzle. And you could even the kid doesn't care that it says easy. They just want to play with the puzzle. So you could put a little quote. You could say a little saying. You could put on the first day of Christmas and do 12 of them in a pack, and have a puzzle for each day of the 12 days of Christmas. So utilize these. These are really good. And even if you were to put these on your site, you could they're worth it. So there's that one. And this one, y'all, this won't take you but 30 minutes to redo from start to finish, if that. Depends on how talented you are with PowerPoint, really, because it's a matter of shrinking and adding a title, adding something fun. You don't want to put borders and all that on these for two reasons. The main place you're going to sell this on Etsy or Shopify or someplace that people are going to print this, and you don't want them to have to take up too much ink. Okay. The last one I took was this one. And the reason why I like this one was because I love llamas. I didn't know I liked llamas until I got into this business. Because I'm in Texas and llamas around here spit on you. But when it comes to design, llamas are very popular. But so are monsters. So are dinosaurs. Think kids. Okay. With the school year, it's almost half over, but really not. If you think about sports, football is just going to be finishing up when Christmas, November basketball starts up. Then you have baseball, and that's the boys. Now, and girls right now, you have volleyball, and then you have basketball. Then you have track. Turn this into a sports calendar for kids to track their practices, their games, their tournaments. Several of my children were in traveling leagues, and one of my kids who actually played college baseball traveled all year long for baseball. We were going all year long when he was younger. And something like this is great because you can put his tournaments, you can put, you can use the weekly plan to put hotel, booked hotel, yes, check. Location, you could put lists for packing. Did you pack the baseball equipment? Did you pack the uniforms that they're going to need? Because most traveling teams that my son was on had 4 or 5 uniforms because they played on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So each day they would have a different uniform or some variation of it. And nothing was worse than to get in Timbuktu and you didn't have the blue top that they were going to use that day. So that's the reason I picked this one, because it was bright and colorful, and kids like bright and colorful. You could change all the llamas to baseball. Or actually, if you wanted to make it really good, you could change the seasons, and you can Google the seasons if you don't know them. But in the summer, in September through the middle of November is football. So instead of the llama here, you could have a football. November, December, January would be basketballs. February through really June, you could put baseballs or volleyballs. You could make it both boy and girl. So have I gotten some ideas going in your head? Okay. So that's that one. And I'm actually going to produce one of these. Everything that I'm showing you today will be up on my Etsy shop in the next week. Maybe not exactly like I show you, but some form of it. I'm going to use all of these. Or in my blog to get you to come back to it. Okay, so I showed you all the PowerPoints. Okay, so next I wanted to show you was Canva. Now, anything I show you in Canva, you can do in PowerPoint. So if you don't use Canva, use whatever designer software you have. But what I wanted to show you was, I thought, oh, this came with Sue's, if you didn't see it. She gave you mini calendars that you can stick in there if you wanted to make it a dated calendar. for your, on the Her Planner pack, this one here. It came with the mini packs, which are really cool because then you already have them. You don't have to figure it out. You don't have to look at a calendar. It's there. Okay, coloring pages. Oh, we're going to do that one next. What I wanted to show you was this one. Okay. This one. Another thing that's really popular right now that you can make really fast, and I make them in PowerPoint and then I transfer them over to Canva, but I also went ahead and made them in Canva so you could see that it's easy to do, is bookmarks. I mean, this is just, if you go up to the file size, it's just 2 inches by 6 inches. Now, how I am standing out from the crowd on Etsy with my bookmarks is I'm making mine double-sided. A lot of people just sell you this front side. So when you print it on cardstock, only the front's pretty. I want my bookmark to be pretty on both sides. So I set up a PowerPoint where it prints on both sides. And I give them instructions on how to do that. But bookmarks are really, really popular. So here's one that I just listed on my shop. I've already sold 2 of them in one day. And these are 10 double-sided Christmas bookmarks. And I made them in Canva. I saved them as PNGs, and then I took them over to PowerPoint and put them in my template that I created to print double-sided. And basically what you have to remember is, I'm going to give you a trick of trade here. When you print the double-sided on your PowerPoint, you're going to have however many you want on a page. You want to do the opposite for the back. Okay, so if Let It Snow, if this was your first one, on the next page, this would be your last one. And then you want to tell them to flip it on the short side. When they print on 2 sides, tell them to print on the short side. And that will put it on the back side of this one. And I found that out by printing them out over and over until I got it right. And I can show you that here it is. There was my first mistake. Then I did it. This is on the long side. Then I did it on the short side.
Kathy, we still see your screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Stop share. Okay. Here's where I did it on the long side. I did it and then I flipped it over and it was totally opposite. So that did not work. So when I flipped it on the short side, here's the front, there's the back. If you hold it up to the light, you can see through that it fits perfect. And how I got it to print the fit perfect is I did the first page. I did this page here. And then I duplicated the page and replaced the image. So it was in the same position on both pages. Make sense? Okay, so now you're going, what do I use for a bookmark? So let's go back to sharing the screen. And let's go to this one. I liked this one because these were just plain simple sayings. They're all motivational stickers and they're transparent. Now, you might not like the font, but don't waste a lot of time. Stick to the font. They're already there. So take each of these and put it somewhere on the bookmark, top, middle, bottom, and go and get a pretty picture. You can use the pictures that came in the pack, or you can get a picture off Pixabay. If you're in Canva, you can go over to Elements and then go to Photos and just find some really cool photos. They don't have to be Christmas if you don't want them to be. They can be, you know, you can actually type in peaceful. Okay, use this. Take your little saying, success is mine. Okay, so just take that PNG and put it on top of that picture on your bookmark. I mean, you could create a set of 68 bookmarks. Well, actually, there's 79 here. 79 bookmarks. And put that up on Etsy or on in your shop, your Shopify shop, or even on your website. These will sell. If you are a product creator, make them into, instead of a bookmark, put them in a Facebook post size and create motivational social media. Those sell. Because then when they get them, all they have to do is add their website at the bottom and it's something for them to post. Okay. The other one I liked, this one. Now the reason why I liked this one, it says wall art. It was in the bundle. You could put this on the pretty pictures that we used earlier, or you could go to like Pixabay. You can do so many different things with them, but you want to add a picture or a color background and make coloring pages. These are great sellers on Etsy. I would do them in PowerPoint for two reasons, or you can do them on Canva, but I do them in PowerPoint because it's real easy for me to resize. I start with the biggest one first. Here's one. Okay, I did this one here, and I just did it in 4 colors. And these are my sizes. And if you offer all the sizes, I mean, it literally takes 30 seconds for you to resize it in PowerPoint. And you don't have to, all you do is resize it, save, resize it, save, export it as a PDF, export it as a PDF. So once you get the first one made, but start with the biggest one first. Start with 18 by 24, because it's easier to size down and keep everything in proportion than to size up, because then you have to go and fit and stretch it and fill the space. But these are the 4 most popular sizes on wall art on Etsy. Excuse me. All I did was use them in a mock-up to show them that they could put them in a picture frame. They could hang it on their wall. They could take the big one and put it to canvas. Yeah, this is all I did. This is a quick and easy product creation that you could do using all of these. Now you would have 12 different products up on Etsy, or you could bundle and do, you know, 3 packs of 4. Another thing on Etsy that sells, and it sells everywhere, is coloring pages. And you could take those and put them behind the mandalas that you got in the bundle. There's a mandala packet. You could put those on top of those and sell them as coloring pages. No, that's not the one I wanted to show you. I was just going to show you that because if you wanted to use that as a background, you could use it as a background. Coloring pages. Okay. So in the bundle, you have two things that I consider coloring pages. This lemon balm essential oil, and it comes with words and without words. And so it comes with words and without words. Now, you could take this either with words or without words, bundle it up, make one PDF, put it up on Etsy, and you're done because you have the commercial rights to do so. You don't have to do anything to it. But if it was me, not only would I want to do that, but I'd want to make a journal out of it or a planner out of it. So you could put these in PowerPoint. You know, you could shrink them down, crop different things out, add lines, add little tables to them. So you've made them unique. I mean, they're really easy to do. I mean, here you could cut off this whole bottom section here and put lines. I mean, this you could make. I would probably do the journal with the ones without words, so you had more to play with. But between this and mandalas, coloring is very popular. Oh, I can make a printable out of that. Shoes in my closet. Not mine, but in lots of ladies' closets. Make a printable out of that. That would be fun. But that was, I'm sure I didn't leave anything out. Okay, here's the ones without words. I mean, I would replace this right here and put lines. You could maybe even make a circle shape and put a calendar, one of those mini calendars that Sue gave you, and put a calendar there. Now I would leave some of these pages that are very pretty in the planner just as is so that they can color. But you can see without the words, you have more room to play. And you don't have to use them all. I mean, I'd probably leave that one just to color. Or you could insert a shape on half of it and put Monday through Sunday over here on the left or on the right. Maybe you could do a weekly thing on this side, and then on the next one, do it, leave this side open and, or leave this side open and put a to-do list or a grocery list or a meal planning list over here. This one you could add lines at the bottom. You could put some lines at the top. You make it a meal planning list or a meal plan or a recipe page. So there are a lot of cute things. This one already has lines, but you might want to insert a shape and put the normal lines that people like to see in the planner. Let's see, I think I covered all of those. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna stop share. So that's how I pick apart my bundles. I download it, I group them into what they are. I decide how much money I need to make from them. And then I produce products immediately that will get me a return on my investment. Because then anything else I do after that is gravy. But the whole point is don't let it collect dust. Don't look at the bundle. When I first started buying bundles, they were overwhelming. I mean, I would go, oh, what am I supposed to do with all this? Oh, there's this, there's that. You know, don't. Just categorize it and say, okay, right now in my business, I need traffic to my blog, or I need traffic to my website, or I need whatever you need. Take that, put it on a piece of paper, and then put 1, 2, 3 underneath it. And then how are you going to get that? Well, from the bundle, what can I use from the bundle that will get me there? Think outside the box. Just because it's a planner in the bundle doesn't mean it has to be a planner that you make. Just because it's wall art, it doesn't have to be wall art. The wall art can be turned into social media posts. It can be put on a bookmark. It can be made into a coloring page. There's so many places that you can take what you have and convert it into what you can use right now. Get it up and make some money. The courses, I always download the courses and roll them because I want to get them before the deadline. But I do courses on the weekends or in my downtime. My business hours are my business hours. They're there to produce money. Make sense? And I also do the same thing with my courses. I look at the list of courses and I say, what is going to benefit me the most first? And I prioritize them. So with that, any questions? Any comments? You are both muted, so you have to unmute yourselves.
I thought Mel had said she was going to reshare the swag bag stuff, but I don't know that I saw it. Did you see it again, or was it only okay?
No, but I went back to the first one and re-downloaded, but I don't think it changed much.
Okay. All right.
But I know she has something this afternoon, so when you ask her.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, because some of them didn't work the first times.
Yeah.
And when I went back, even though I had kept the actual links and stuff and then, you know, hit to refresh them or whatever, they still didn't work. So yeah, I had. But it looked like you had gotten everything from each day that to work. Is that true?
I got everything, but on the third day, there's one link that I did not get to work.
Okay.
I get a 404 page. And so my philosophy on that, I'm going to share real quick, just so you can see it, in case you missed it. Let's get rid of all these windows. Okay. Right here, I have a problem with downloads.
Okay.
There's everything so far that either it totally accepted me, but they never gave me my download link, or I got a 404 page, or there was some kind of problem. And I usually will put something, if it's something where they accepted me, you know, you had to go and confirm your subscription and then you were supposed to get the download link, but I never did. I will save that as a PDF and stick it in here so I know what process I'm at. But this is my fourth thing on my priority list. My first three are products to get up to make my bundle back. And then after I have all those done, then I come back, because usually bundles you have 90 days, 120 days to download everything. So I will come back to these problems. That's why I put notes in them, and I will contact the person directly. And I'll say, I'm a member of the such and such bundle. This is what happened when I got your link. Could you send me the direct link? And then I leave them in here in this folder until I get that direct link. Once I get the direct link, then I move them into these. Because, you know, whether they are something that would be really cool, I mean, because some of these things that I was having problems with would have been really cool to use, but because they had problems, they didn't make my top three. Make sense?
Yeah.
So that's what I do. And then if I never get access to them, you know what? I got a whole lot of other stuff that is making me money. So any other questions?
No, this has been very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been nice. Thank you.
And I know everybody wants to bring, you know, I know there's a lot of people that offer a bonus to show you how to repurpose things. Amy, you're probably better at repurposing than I am. I'm, you know, I think of things from a different perspective than most of the people in this niche, because they think of how I can repurpose it, how I can just keep producing. And I think of it from, how's it going to build my traffic? You know, how's it going to help my blog? How's it going to help my website? How's it going to help my Etsy? You know, because my daughter and I started our Etsy shop. She has special needs, so she doesn't think about all those things. She just thinks about, oh, I really like this thing. I want to make it.
Mm-hmm.
So she's behind more of the creations, and I'm the one that's behind the business part of it. I have to think of, okay, what do I price this at? How do I make a profit on it? It costs me this much. How much do I need to break even? Those kind of things. I think of it from that perspective. So I thought that not many people share that. So that's why I wanted to do this power hour.
Yeah, I think I like that philosophy about setting like a target ROI.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
that's
it's helpful
neat.
because, you know, I put that on my Google Calendar. I would not survive without my Google Calendar. Yes, I have digital calendars, digital planners for other things, but my Google Calendar is my business backbone because it doesn't go away. The link doesn't break. And I know I'm bad because I'm supposed to be promoting digital planners, which I sell and I love, and I have a few that I actually use. But I actually put notes on my Google Calendar, and I'll say my project, my goal this week is, and I have, you can put little check boxes on that Google Calendar, and I check them off. And so every time I log into it, I see it. I know that.
Oh, that's cool. How do you add a checkbox?
It's in the notes.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look for that.
Yeah.
I haven't used that.
You know, it really helps me stay on target, because I'm one of those people that doesn't like to miss deadlines. I mean, as an accountant and a CPA, I've been programmed all these years to not miss deadlines, because if I miss an IRS deadline, it's my butt.
Yeah.
You know, because you, as the taxpayer, could care less that whatever the outcome is, it's you missed the deadline. And so that's been pounding in my head for so long that I put a deadline up, and I do everything I can to make it. So, you know, when I say, okay, not from this bundle, I want to create this, this, and this, and I want this much money back, and I want to do it by. And my goal for this bundle, for y'all to know, is I'm going to have my products up both in my blog as lead magnets and in my Etsy shop. And my goal is to make my money back before Black Friday, so that everything that I make on Black Friday is a bonus. Make sense?
Yeah.
And if you look at it that way, it's not real hard. Because if you think about $60 is 2 PLR products in my commercial PLR shop. It's, you know, 4 or 5 products on Etsy. It's not a whole lot. Etsy, you can do, one thing about Etsy is sales. Create a sale, and Etsy puts you at the top of the algorithm. I mean, you go right up there. So everybody that's ever liked, favored, or looked at your shop gets notified that your shop is having a sale. I mean, so take your new products, create a sale, post Facebook, post Pinterest, and you're making money. Now, are you going to make thousands of dollars? No. I haven't made thousands of dollars on the PLR side yet, but I will. I'm just getting started. I'll get there. But that's my philosophy. Any more questions?
Well, I was going to say, I heard Mel say you're working on a new course.
Mm-hmm.
So what's that one going to be? More video or?
It's going to be multiple ways. It's going to have video in it, but it's going to be multiple ways to promote your blog, your sites on social media.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And because from what I see, a lot of people will just, we're all in the same groups.
Yeah.
And we throw everything in the same group, and it's the same people buying. And you need to get out there to everybody.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And the best way to do that right now is social media. And so, you know, the top 3 ways to get their attention right now is video, moving objects, and animation. So that's what I'm going to concentrate on. And I'm lining up some white label softwares that will be in the course, so that when we're making these, you can make your own.
Cool. Very neat.
I'm ironing out the details because I have the white label to them, but I'm supposed to sell them individually. So I'm getting permission to bulk them.
Okay. Are those the same ones that we had access to choose from before, or different?
Totally different.
Oh.
No, these are totally different. These will make your pictures move, make like the water in the waterfall move, different things like that.
Oh.
Cool.
Yeah. So hopefully I'll have that out for the end of the year. I'm trying to decide if I want to do it live or short little videos or a hybrid of both.
Yeah.
So, but you two, I will probably give you early access and make y'all my guinea pigs to see which format you like better.
Okay, that'd be fun.
There we go.
But in order to do that, make sure you're on my affiliate list so that you will promote it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's all I had in this power hour. It's
all right.
Been 55 minutes, and good luck with this. Your bundle. Don't let it collect dust. Even if you just take one thing off of it. I mean, everything we learned in that event, especially the blogging, all those things. I know you have a blog on your website, Amy, don't you?
Mhm.
I
I
mean,
do. It doesn't get a lot of traffic, but which is something I need to work on.
so let's create some things that will get them over there. And put them on a social media post and drive them back to your blog. From your blog, make sure you give them a link to your shop. You know, it's just a process.
Mhm.
You know, don't let the overwhelm of the bundle get to you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, ladies, thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining me today. It was a lot of fun. And as
Thank you.
always,
Yeah.
you both have my email if you have any questions in the future. And I will talk to you soon.
Yeah.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you. This was fun.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.